Alright, if you chicks are done cackling,
Never.
it's time to do the show here.
We're chicks, we cackle. That's who we are.
Hey y'all, I would be Tony.
And since she's Tony, that would make me Linda.
What do we have going on this week, you might ask?
We have a drop zone freak that used to be the Invisible Woman.
Stalled again? Why isn't it working?
We take a look at the long view of weight loss surgery.
And freak it up with a little choo-choo. Pardon me, boys. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo?
Oh my God, she's saying! This week we have a drop zone freak that used to be an invisible woman.
This week's DZF is Gwen Hudson. She said she's glad she chose weight loss surgery because I had my surgery because I used to be invisible, like my thoughts and opinions didn't matter. But now people treat me differently and even go out of their way to converse with me.
And now we're gonna go out of our way to send you some tasty Revival soy chips. All you gotta do is send us your address and phone number to feedback@BariatricTV.com.
Now, just where the heck is that dumping ground?
Tony put it somewhere and now we can't find it.
It's in her hair.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
So freaks, you're following all the rules, reading all the books, chatting with all the peeps. You're doing it all right, right?
Then why the frick are you not losing weight? Why? Why?
Sounds like you're smack dab in the middle of a stall. They happen, they do, and you can't get around them.
Most will stall a month or so after surgery, and then panic will set in. You're convinced that just like every other method of weight loss you've tried, you'll fail.
So let's take a look at why you might be stalling and ways that you can start losing again.
First, let's look at your workout routine. You work out like a fiend, but you may be overestimating the calories that you're burning. What are you doing for exercise? Walking 30 minutes a day? 30 minutes every other day? Walking for an hour only burns about 200 calories.
What about your food intake? Have you increased it because you are working out? People tend to think that because they exercise, they can eat more. You know, carb up. How many times have you heard that?
The problem is that in order to lose just 1 measly pound a week, you have to burn an extra 500 calories a day. Start eating more, and those extra calories burned are no longer burned.
It's all a matter of balance, kids.
If you find yourself hungry after working out, try a low-calorie mini snack before and after the workout. Things like cottage cheese with a little bit of fruit or some peanut butter. But don't overdo it. You want those workouts to count.
Not a donut.
No matter how much you want it, not a custard-filled maple donut.
That's what was in my head.
Of course it was, because we have the same
My
thing.
God! If you're trying to jumpstart your loss, shake it up a bit. Do some strength training. For every pound of muscle you build, you burn an extra 30 to 50 calories a day without even trying.
It just happens,
It
man.
happens.
What about when you eat? Are you one of those that say you can't eat breakfast? Too bad. Suck it up. Teach yourself to like breakfast.
Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
I love breakfast.
I love breakfast. Breakfast gets your metabolism all revved up. You should shoot for proteins and good carbs in the morning. An English muffin with some almond butter, oatmeal with a side of egg whites. Skipping breakfast will not help break a stall, believe me. And breakfast is good. Eat breakfast. Eat breakfast for every meal of the day.
Are you cutting carbs out of your diet completely? Bread is not the enemy, you know. Well, the soft, gooey Wonder Bread is, especially if you put Miracle Whip and cheese on it.
Yum. That was a little tilt of the hat to White Trash Tony and myself. Yeah, stay away from that stuff, but not the whole grain bread. You need carbs to keep your brain moving. Just a little bit, not a lot, of the carbs, not the brains.
Not the brains.
Yeah.
Mix it up a bit, freaks. Stalls do happen. They even happen to the non-surgically altered.
You can do it, freaks! Don't get discouraged.
That stall will break. You just need to keep plugging along in your new altered reality. We do an awful lot of talking about the days and weeks and months right after surgery.
But what's it like years after surgery?
At 7 years out, I can tell you that it isn't easy being a freak.
And at 8 years out, I can tell you that in many ways, it isn't much different than not being a freak.
Yep, we are still surgically altered and many of us still have the effects of being altered.
Like dumping and getting food stuck and the occasional bout with foamies.
And in some cases, health issues may have returned. Things like diabetes or joint problems.
Yeah, the tool is still there, freaks, but the further out from surgery you get, the harder it is to maintain your loss. And to remember that you're a freak, because sometimes you forget, which is what we're here for.
It's our public service to you.
Right, to remind you that you're a freak.
Just getting older screws with your metabolism. You slow down. What you have always done in the past might not be working anymore.
You may have to cut your calories or up your exercise just to maintain the status quo.
Weight loss surgery was one of the best decisions that I've ever made, but it's not the easy way out, to be sure.
We say this a lot, and yeah, we're gonna say it again. Change your habits in the beginning, freaks.
Don't cruise along during the first year without making some lifestyle changes.
You will lose the weight, but if you don't stop doing what you've always done in the past, you'll always get what you've always gotten.
Regain! You will lose it, but you will gain it back if you don't make these changes.
Maybe not in the first 1, 2, or 3 years, but freaks, as you get further out
And older and cockier.
you will blow it. Don't let it happen to you.
Take it from the two freaks who have been there and continue to struggle with that. You can't get lazy. You have to keep to the plan so you can keep freaking on.
Fall is here and winter is right around the corner.
Nothing quite like curling up on the couch with a good book and a nice hot cup of lumpy protein.
Yep, unfortunately for most of us, we just can't seem to get it right when it comes to heating up our protein drinks.
Do I add cold water to the mix, then gradually warm it up in the microwave?
No, I make a sludge with cold water and then add hot water.
Or is that warm water?
Warm water for the sludge or to the sludge?
Yeah, what you said.
What? I just want a hot cup of protein on a cold day.
And you can have it.
Yeah, but I have to work for it.
Not with BigTrain.com, you don't.
I remember Big Train from back in the day. I used to get their peanut butter cookie and their spiced chai mixes online. It was good stuff.
Yep, same company, only now they have a new line. They call it Fit Frappe.
Fit Frappe.
This line offers these yummy flavors: espresso, mocha, vanilla latte, chocolate, and lastly, vanilla.
You can make these blended, iced, or hot.
And by hot, we mean hot. You add hot water to the powder. No stringy protein chumps, no clumps, no chumps, no stringy chumps. I dated some of those. No stringy protein clumps, no sludge, no nothing. Just a satisfyingly warm cup of heaven. So they say.
Stats on these puppies are at least 20 grams of protein in each 16-ounce serving. The protein comes from calcium caseinate.
And I know that word out on the bariatric street is that whey protein isolate is the best for us when it comes to bang for our buck. But for me, I'm just fine with a powder with protein that dissolves in hot water. I don't ask for much. That's what I want.
Just a non-clumpy hot protein.
I just don't want to chew my hot chocolate.
Each 16-ounce serving has less than 130 calories, it's gluten-free, less than 1 gram of sugar, and has 24 carbs. And what you really want to know is, how does it taste?
Well, here at the Megaplex, we blended us up some of the mocha. We followed the directions: 6 ounces of water, the mocha powder, and 1.5 cups of ice. In a word, yum.
It was like a shake.
It was yummy.
It was really good.
We put it in the Omega Master 9000.
So even if your blender has had trout in it before,
Yeah.
it will still be a tasty treat.
Because the Omega Master 9000, ever since it had trout skin in it, doesn't work very well.
Yep, Linda liked it, I liked it, Danielle liked it, and even normal stomach boy liked it.
As far as the hot drink goes, well, let's try it, shall we? All right, I've got the protein. I got the Big Train Fit Frappe mocha. So, play along with me here, folks. I am going to put 1 scoop of that in my cup. See? I'm going to pour some water.
No, you can't just pour the hot water straight
I
in,
am. I'm going to pour the hot water right into it. It's hot. Can you see the steam?
But it'll get all clumpy.
Can you see it? No, whoa. Watch, here we go. Hot water. And then we're going to use our handy dandy. Whoops, here it is over here. Handy dandy Aero Latte. Oh, this one has some power.
Fresh batteries.
Fresh batteries. I almost got a face full of protein drink. If you guys don't have one of these, you should get them. Makes mixing stuff up really easy. Okay, that's all it took. Let's see if you can see it close up.
It looks all
See?
frothy,
It's frothy.
but it don't look clumpy.
It's not clumpy. All right, here we go. And it's hot, not lukewarm. Can you see the steam? Hot. I really like this. It's so good. It's like hot chocolate. If only it had some sugar-free mini marshmallows.
Thoughts, Tony Cow?
It tastes just like sugar-free hot cocoa with a little taste of coffee in it. It's really good. It's very creamy. There are no clumps whatsoever. I mean, the old stuff that I used to mix up with another protein had clumps, and I would have to tell myself that the clumps were actually just marshmallows, even though they weren't, but that was the only way I could actually get it down.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna be curling up on my couch with some cups of this. This is good, and it's not clumpy, it's not stringy, and it's hot. And I didn't have to start it off cold and then slowly warm it up. And you know, even if you mix up hot protein drinks like that, you know, where you start off cold with a sludge and then you add the water and then you slowly warm it up, you can still only make it lukewarm or icky.
1 thumb, 2 thumbs.
2.5 thumbs.
It's really good.
I'm going back to camera.
Okay, leave me my cup.
Nope.
Leave me the cup. Leave me the cup. BTV is definitely jumping on board the big train. I'm stocking up on these for the cold days of fall and winter here in San Diego.
Cold, huh?
Would you buy brisk?
Yeah, that's more like it. Anyway, freaks, we highly suggest you get some of these yummy powders and give them a try.
Well, look at that. We seem to be at the end of the script.
Guess that means we're done for another week.
These are your reminders for the week, freaks.
Go to thebtvstore.com and order up some stuff.
And visit our sponsors to stock up on all their yummy products.
Send in your drop zone submissions, your Docs Who Rock entries to feedback@BariatricTV.com.
And we'll see you right back here next week.
Yeah, that many days, 7 of them.
7. He couldn't get his big meaty hands in front of the camera that close.
Bye-bye.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Where'd you go?
They call it Fit Frappe.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Where'd you go?
Like my big button.
It is a big button.
I like big buttons and I cannot lie. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Where'd you go?